Okay, it has started. So far we have talked about the introduction about vapor cycles. Why not Carnot vapor cycle? We have also talked about why this Carnot vapor cycle will not work. So there are limitations. Uh, okay, from the turbine and compressor ends, because they cannot operate if there are mixtures. There are two phases present in the substance. It will lead to cavitation and all sorts of problems, and there are some material constraints that you cannot go as high temperature as high possible. And if you switch back to this particular configuration, the boiler has to work at variable pressures. That also is not feasible solution. So that's why we have left out that Carnot vapor cycle is not possible. It's not a real cycle that would be possible. So then we have come across that ideal Rankine cycle would be the best solution to get the power output. So, and the only difference we saw that from the gas power cycle is there is an substitution of compressor with pumps. Okay, one more thing, what the gas power, I mean this uh, gas power cycle was the compressor shaft is connected to the turbine shaft, and some of the power from the what you are getting from the turbine shaft will be delivered back to run the compressor. So the back work ratio was quite high. In this case it was around 40 to 80%. In some cases 80% high also we used to get. But here we'll see, instead of this compressor, so there are usual heat exchanger, turbine, and then condenser. All sorts of things were there. So in apart from the, I mean, except this compressor, we have pumps now, and slight, I mean, here slight work can also be used to run this pump as well. But here we will see that the back work ratio.
Yes,
Just
your
try to.
voice is breaking.
Voice is breaking. Okay,
Yes,
that is
yes.
the problem. Okay. My voice is. Internet is okay. Internet is. Is it from your end? Because from my end it's okay. Who is this? Probably it's from your end, because other didn't complain. David, audible enough, or voice is
Sir,
cutting?
you are audible, but sir, this Microsoft Teams meetup edge person is constantly getting unmuted, so
Okay.
sound is getting disturbed.
Okay. So this I'll try to tell him. Okay, who is this guy? Microsoft Teams.
Sir, actually, there
Can
is
you
some
remind?
link. I
Uh,
don't know.
uh-huh. So
There is someone who has pasted a link.
I can see that. I can see that. So from now, I mean, from next meeting onwards, please try to rename yourself so that I mean, you should put your name rather than these links. And I also don't want these Gmails, because your uh, attendance would be recorded based on that, on based on your names. Okay, try to keep your names only. Okay, fine. And yes, we also talked about that turbine workout is much greater than W pump, and we'll see it in an example quickly today itself. How? And okay, so let's start with thermodynamic analysis of an ideal Rankine cycle. So usually what is our ideology? Again, just to conserve the first law. That is what our ideology throughout our thermodynamic analysis for any cycle what we have discussed so far. So here also we will work in similar way. We have temperature versus entropy plot, and let's suppose I have this saturated liquid and saturated vapor line. Okay, somebody is in the lobby. Let me put in. Okay, my Microsoft has stopped. So the reason why these lobbies are here, because these guys, I mean D2 students don't have PDP emails. So that is why we will be facing some problem for admitting into the from the lobby to the meeting itself till they get their usual PDP email. We will be facing this difficulty, but let's see. Let me open that. Okay, we have fine. So this is your TS plot. I'll draw it quickly because we know things. So this is our saturated. Somebody is calling me. 1 second. Hello. हाँ बोलिए. हम्म 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 सुनिए, एक्चुअली अभी हम क्लास ले रहे हैं. आप आधे घंटे बाद कॉल कीजिए, ठीक है? हाँ, मैं बताता हूँ आधे घंटे बाद. Okay, so TS plot, we have saturated liquid and saturated vapor lines. So these are our constant pressure lines. Let's suppose this is my constant pressure line. This is another higher pressure. This is for boiler pressure. And we start from this one, we go till somewhat 2. Isentropically from 2 to we will go till 3 to reach some superheated state. 3 will come back isentropically through turbine, will come back at 4, in some high quality state. Maybe here, may not be here, but we expect it to be high quality state, and then comes back to 1. So one by one we can analyze the process from first law of thermodynamics. So from 1 to 2. So 1 to 2 is essentially what is happening here is, that is work pump work in work pump in that we need to deduce. So what it could be? So pump is a steady flow device. Steady flow device we have already talked about, and this would work based on your open system. So whatever open system thermodynamic analysis we do, we can apply it over here. So what we have seen here, I mean, in these sort of things, we usually get E in minus E out is equal to change in E. But since this is a open system, so this is not usually delta U plus PV will be here in order to accommodate your flow work. Okay, and this E in is Q in and W in. This is Q out and W out. Okay, so we expect that pump does not associate with any heat transfer. So heat transfer is not there, only work transfer is there. So work pump in minus out is nothing from work. I am considering only process 1 to 2. So there are no work out, no heat, nothing is there. All are 0 is equal to, and this is essentially your change in enthalpy, right? So the change in enthalpy from 2 to 1 is H2 minus H1. This is how you are going to write the energy equation for process 1 to 2, right? Okay, so this is one way to write the energy. So basically you can write W pump in is equal to H2 minus H1. One more way we can write, if enthalpies are not given to us, we can also deduce work pump. Since this is a work producing device, we have already seen that, I mean, del work can be written as, I mean, dW can be written as d PV, which can also be written as P dV plus V dP. Okay, since this is pumping the liquid, and liquids are incompressible, so the change in volume for these liquids are 0. So this goes away. So we are left with, so work is nothing but V dP, and P from going from P1 to, so this is essentially some P1 isentropic, I mean isobaric line P1, and this is P2 line. Okay, this particular line is P2 line. This whole line is P1 line, I mean one particular pressure. So we are going from 1 to 2. So this is nothing but V P2 minus P1, right? So this can also be written as V1. Probably we start with this particular state. So V1 P2 minus P1 can also be written in this form. Okay. So now let's deduce from process 2 to 3. So what is process 2 to 3? Process 2 to 3 comes from, the energy comes from boiler. So you are getting heat, some form of heat. Okay, and this is your Q in. Okay, one more thing, this V1, what is this V1? Can I write what V1 I can write? So this V1 is essentially state 1 volume, specific volume, and what would be? So this is the specific volume of saturated liquid, right? That can be seeked from table. Someone is in the lobby. This is the problem. You need to keep on editing. So I have to give one guy, I mean from one of you, the right to intake those lobby guys. So I will, at the end of this class, I will choose one guy who can intake these guys. Okay, just it's a matter of trust. Okay. So from 2 to 3, we can see that there are no work interaction that is happening from the boiler. So the work interaction is 0 here. So similar equation we can write over here. Okay, so I can write that Q in is equal to final minus initial, so H3. So whatever the enthalpy over here, 3 minus 2, H3 minus H2. So this is your Q in, this is your W in. Okay, these two things you got. Now let's see what's happening from 3 to 4. So 3 to 4, you get the turbine work turbine, you are getting out of it. Okay, so and also since this is isentropic, we have already seen that isentropic things have adiabatic works adiabatically. So Q heat transfer is 0 along this. So in one shot I can write W turbine out is nothing but final minus initial, that is H4 minus H3. Yes, done. Okay, so what is the whole idea? Whole idea is to get the efficiency. We will come on to that. So what is efficiency? Work out net work out divided by Q in. We'll see and in a while. From 4 to 1 again. So 4 to 1 is condenser pressure. So this P1 is condenser pressure and P2 is boiler pressure. This is what technically it is called. So this particular constant pressure line is condenser pressure. It is called. So heat is getting out of this from this system. This is Q out. Okay, so since heat is getting out of the system, I will write minus Q out is equal to final minus initial. So final is H1 minus H4. So in better form, I can write Q out is equal to H4 minus H1. So keeping these things in hand, now I would be able to seek the efficiency of the plant. What could be my efficiency? Eta of steam power plant. I can write away steam plant is equal to W net out divided by Q in. So W net out is what? So there are two ways you can actually deduce your efficiency. Whether you can use this formula or you can also use this formula. Q in minus Q out. Sorry. Q in minus Q out divided by Q in. Okay. Whether you can use this formula or this formula, both are same. Why? Because as a whole, you are working in a cycle. Okay. So whatever work you are getting is nothing but Q in minus Q out as a whole in cycle. Remember we used to write these things. So let's seek this formula first, bottom one, which is 1 minus Q out by Q in and q out is nothing but, you can go back and see what is my q out, h4 minus h1. So h4 minus h1 divided by q in s3 minus h2, h3 minus h2. Yes, you can write this particular formula. Workout is same. Obviously, both leads to the same answer, but this is the another way to analyze the system. So work net out is nothing but work turbine out minus work pump in divided by Q in. Okay, turbine out was what? Turbine out was H4 minus H3 minus pump in. Either you can use 2 minus 1 or this formula, both you can write. Let's suppose I want to write anything, you can write. So I want to write V1, P2 minus P1. It's my, I mean, my understanding. I want to write this. Also, that would lead to the same answer. And this is Q in is H3 minus H2. This also you can write. Or you can write 1 minus H4 minus H1 by H3 minus H2. So since there are no compression ratios or as such whatever the pressure ratios here, so this formula is a bit easy for you to comprehend. This is easy. Okay, let's take a quick example of in this manner. Consider a steam power plant. This is the time, 3:54 already. Consider a steam power plant operating on simple ideal Rankine cycle. Steam enters the turbine at 3 megapascal and 350 degrees C is condensed in the condenser at pressure 75 kilopascal. Determine the thermal efficiency of cycle. We'll take up this. We'll not forget this. We'll take up this example in next class. But let me draw the TS table for this. Then we'll leave. But we'll not leave this question as it is. We'll definitely work this out. This is T, this is S, this is your saturation liquid and vapor lines. These are your two pressure condenser pressure line, and this is your boiler pressure line. So let's suppose this is my P1 and this is my P2. This is my 1. I'm going from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 1 again. The steam enters the turbine at 3 megapascal. So enters the turbine at 3 megapascal means, so this is your state. It is talking about this state. So essentially P2 is given as 3 megapascal. Since your turbine is starts from 3 at 350 degrees C. So this temperature, this temperature is particularly given is T is equal to 350 degrees C. This is what it is. The information given is condensed in the condenser as pressure 75 kilopascal. So condenser pressure is P2 is given as 75 kilopascal. It is given. Determine the thermal efficiency of the. We need to deduce this. So those who have understood what process we have gone through, you can actually apply here and you can see. You have to take help from property table. Okay. Nonetheless, I will also do this example. I will not leave this in the next class. Okay, any question so far? So I would expect more, I mean, lots of questions from DDD students, but I would tell that be patient and try to start with the basics first, and then we'll catch up these things later. But try to understand this, and I also expect that you guys also have done something in your diplomas also. So okay, so any question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir, today's lab is
Huh.
cancelled.